Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at a game called The Amazing Maze. This was created by Midway in 1976. And it's a black and white game with a color overlay, slight color overlay, just turns the screen green. But this is a maze game, and one of the earliest maze games. And it's an actual maze, and a very, very labyrinthine maze at that. It's very, very hard to find your way around. It's like any kid's activity book that has a maze. This is a million, bajillion times harder. It's very complex. And the basic goal of the game is to find your way out of the maze before your opponent. And by default, you play against the computer, who is very slow but knows the most direct route to get out. You have a 5-second delay to start the game to study the maze. It's very hard to do. You get 3 games, 3 different mazes to start with. And if you are undefeated, you get to keep playing until you lose. Same thing if you play 2 players simultaneously, which you can do. You will start at the opposite side of the maze of where your opponent starts. And again, you try to win 3 games. If you don't win 3 games, then your game is over once the 3 games are finished. And there's an annoying beeping sound as you move through the maze. And the controls aren't that great. It takes quite a bit getting used to. Sometimes you have to move just right to sneak through a little passageway. It's really annoying. But see, the computer's moving very slowly, but they know right where they're going. You can go right through them on your way to the exit. That is the first maze. Then you will see the correct path, that it doesn't show your mistakes that you made moving the wrong way. It shows the most direct route. And for some reason on this game, the sounds went out, which is actually a good thing because they were getting pretty annoying. Now the computer moves faster. If you don't win all 3 games, then you don't get to continue and keep playing. But if you win all 3 games, then you get to keep playing as long as you don't lose. Once you lose, your game will end. If you play 2 players simultaneous play, in which 2 players both start on opposite sides of the maze and try to be the first one to get out, you can play 3 games versus each other. And if someone is undefeated, then they get to continue on and play against the computer. This game has so many damn mazes. There's no set pattern to how they appear unless that you boot the game up, then the first maze will always be the same. But after that, there's so many random different patterns. It's pretty impressive how the game was able to generate so many different mazes. But you could play a bajillion times and keep getting new mazes. It's pretty impressive. But yeah, this is like possibly the first maze game. I don't recall seeing it in arcades. I was probably too young to remember. Dang it. I lost, so my game's over because I won the 3 initial mazes. And once you lose after that, your game ends. That's the Amazing Maze, or the Amazing Maze game. Now here is a look at what the screen looks like when you play 2 players simultaneous play. And yeah, one player starts at one end and the other starts at the other. And you just try to be the first one to get out of the maze. And you have 3 opportunities at that, and if you're undefeated against the other player, then you get to continue and play against the computer. And that is, if you boot the game up, and the first maze will always be the same. I mean, anytime you boot the game up, that first maze will be the same. But that is the pattern for that one maze, that first maze. After that, it's all randomly generated mazes. Kind of impressive game for its time, 1976. Well, that was The Amazing Maze by Midway in 1976. Possibly the first maze game. Well, this is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching The Amazing Maze by Midway in 1976. And I will catch you later with another video. See you, folks. Bye-bye.